In this whimsical journey, the beloved characters of Gilligan's Island take center stage, blending humor with chaos. Mary Ann and Ginger find themselves at the heart of silly misadventures, where their charm is constantly put to the test. As they navigate the challenges of island life, their camaraderie shines through, offering a fun twist on friendship and teamwork. Each scene dances around mischief, with everyone working together to keep spirits high, ensuring smiles abound amid the unpredictable antics. The antics unfold as the crew attempts to juggle their daily tasks, whether it's cooking with limited resources or building makeshift shelters. Each character adds a unique flair, creating a delightful mix of personalities that enhances the comedic atmosphere. With a series of light-hearted escapades, the spotlight often shines brighter on Mary Ann and Ginger, showcasing their playful competitiveness and charm and wit. This playful energy keeps the audience engaged, offering laughter and warmth as they encounter zany obstacles and unexpected scenarios. It's a perfect blend of humor and profundity wrapped in the enchanting charm of the 1960s era, where every mishap leads to unforeseen hilarity, reassuring all that friendship and joy can prevail through the wildest storms.
Look! I just wonder.
The bumbling first mate, Gilligan, played by Bob Denver, is known for his clumsy antics and a heart full of optimism. He often finds himself in comedic situations that create trouble for the castaways. His loyal companion and captain, the skipper, portrayed by Alan Hale Jr., tries his best to maintain order on the deserted island. The skipper, despite his frustration with Gilligan's mishaps, cares deeply for him and often ends up in humorous conflicts because of Gilligan's mistakes. Thurston Howell, played by Jim Backus, is a wealthy tycoon with an air of superiority. He often tries to use his money and status to solve problems, but his attempts often lead to more chaos. His wife, Lovey, portrayed by Natalie Schafer, is the epitome of grace and elegance. Together, they navigate their new life on the island, showing both humor and love in their quirky interactions. Ginger, played by Tina Louise, is the glamorous movie star who adds a touch of sophistication and allure to the group. Her dramatic flair often contrasts with the simplicity of island life. The inventive professor, portrayed by Russell Johnson, serves as the group's thinker and problem solver, using his intelligence to find ways to survive despite their situation. Lastly, Mary Ann, played by Dawn Wells, embodies the girl-next-door charm. Her warmth and kindness make her a beloved character among the castaways, often providing comfort and support to her fellow shipwrecked friends. Each character brings their unique traits to the island, contributing to the antics and humor that define this classic television series.
Turtles couldn't fly even if they did have wings.
Ginger, kindly pay attention.
Certainly not.
The premise of Gilligan's Island revolves around 7 people from different walks of life who find themselves stranded on a remote island. This unique group includes characters like the wealthy millionaire and his wife, a movie star, a professor, a farmer, a ginger, and the ship's captain, all of whom must work together to survive in challenging conditions. The essence of the show lies in the dynamics that emerge when such diverse personalities clash and cooperate in the face of their predicament. The idea for this comedy came from Sherwood Schwartz, who had been nurturing the concept in his mind for many years. One source of inspiration for Schwartz was a public speaking class he took at New York University. During this time, he began to ponder the idea of a group of castaways who, despite their differences, had to rely on one another for survival. This fascinating blend of humor and social commentary on human nature became the foundation for the charming and enduring series, capturing the imagination of audiences as viewers watch the characters navigate their escapades and the many attempts to escape the island. The show cleverly highlighted how cooperation and friendship can emerge even in the most desperate situations, making it a memorable piece of television history.
And I wish you wouldn't keep saying that.
When Sherwood Schwartz became a TV writer, he gained experience with various shows, exploring different formats and storytelling styles. He developed a keen understanding of television's appeal and audience engagement. When it was time for him to create his own show, he revisited the idea of a remote island, believing it had rich potential for both comedy and social commentary. Schwartz envisioned a scenario where a diverse group of characters would be stranded together. This setting offered an opportunity to explore how different personalities interacted when faced with the challenges of survival. He He imagined characters from various backgrounds, each with unique traits, skills, and quirks, which would lead to humorous situations and conflicts. This concept allowed Schwartz to delve into themes of cooperation, dependence, and the clash of cultures. The isolation of the island provided a perfect backdrop for these dynamics to unfold without the distractions of modern life. Through this lens, Schwartz wanted to showcase not just comedy, but also human behavior when stripped of societal norms. The idea blossomed into Gilligan's Island, combining humor with insightful observations about friendship, teamwork, and the human spirit. Each episode highlighted the characters' struggles and triumphs, illustrating how they adapted in their quirky microcosm, creating a lasting impact on television history.
You with all that hot air.
Heavens to Toscanini! I've been insulted.
Gilligan's Island shot its pilot episode on November 22, 1963. This pilot was sent to CBS, hoping to become a regular series that following fall. During the early stages, the characters of Ginger and Marianne were quite different from what viewers later came to know. Initially, they were depicted as secretaries named Ginger and Bunny. These roles were played by Kit Smythe and Nancy McCarthy, respectively, who brought their own unique flair to the characters. However, this original casting did not last, as the characters evolved before the series officially began. The transformation in character focus was significant, especially as the show's creators decided to cast Tina Louise as Ginger and Dawn Wells as Marianne. This shift not only altered the dynamic among the cast, but also impacted how the characters were viewed by audiences. The final characterizations became iconic, with Ginger known for her glamorous persona, and Marianne for her wholesome charm. This evolution marked a critical phase in the development of the show, as it set the stage for the beloved sitcom that would capture the hearts of viewers. The pilot's initial cast choices reflected a different vision, but as the series took shape, it embraced new direction and energy that defined Gilligan's Island for future generations.
Wasn't she?
Initially, the character of the professor in Gilligan's Island was played by a different actor, John Gabriel. This casting choice set an unusual tone for the show, which would eventually become iconic with Russell Johnson in the role. The professor was designed as the brainy, resourceful character who often came up with clever solutions to the group's problems while stranded on a deserted island. John Gabriel's portrayal, while interesting, did not capture the audience's imagination in the same way as Johnson's later version did. Furthermore, the journey of the pilot episode is quite remarkable. It was traditionally believed to be lost until it was discovered in the archives of the Turner-owned MGM United Artists Library. This lost episode held a special place in the hearts of fans who were eager to explore the show's origins. TBS finally aired this elusive pilot in October 1992, allowing viewers to witness the show's beginnings after years of speculation and interest. This airing provided fresh context and nostalgia for longtime fans, and gave new audiences a unique glimpse into how Gilligan's Island started its journey to becoming a beloved television classic. The pilot's rediscovery added another layer to the show's legacy, highlighting the rich history behind the scenes and the importance of preserving television history.
Our only chance is to disarm it. How do we do that? Someone's going to have to remove the access panel and crawl inside.
The actors who filled the roles in the iconic sitcom Gilligan's Island created a lasting impression on audiences. Each star became unforgettable, bringing life to their characters and making the show a classic. For instance, Jerry Van Dyke was considered for the role of Gilligan. However, he turned it down to pursue another project, My Mother the Car, a sitcom that unfortunately did not last long. This decision changed the course of his career and allowed Bob Denver to step into the iconic role of Gilligan. Dabney Coleman also sought to be part of the show, auditioning for the role of the professor. Despite his determination, he did not pass the screen test, missing the opportunity to play a character that would have showcased his talents well. Similarly, Carroll O'Connor was close to landing the role of the skipper, but ultimately did not get the part. His near miss left a mark on his career before he found greater success as Archie Bunker in All in the Family. Adding to the list of interesting casting choices, Jane Mansfield was offered the chance to play Ginger, the glamorous movie star on the island. However, she declined, missing out on what became a significant role for Tina Louise. Each of these actors, who almost graced the show, shaped the evolution of television comedy in some way, even without becoming part of Gilligan's Island.
Let's let her go.
Okay, Emily, now. And if you get any trouble, bail out. Ready? Set. Go!
There is a fascinating legend surrounding the beloved 1964 television series Gilligan's Island. This legend suggests that each of the 7 deadly sins was embodied by a different character from the show. Gluttony is represented by the professor, who often prepares extravagant meals for the castaways. Lust is portrayed by Ginger, the glamorous movie star who captures the attention of the other characters. The rich and spoiled millionaire, Thurston Howell, personifies greed, indulging in wealth and luxury even while stranded. Envy can be seen in Lovey Howell, who yearns for the finer things in life and feels dissatisfied with her surroundings. Sloth is represented by Gilligan himself, whose careless nature often leads to mishaps and delays in their attempts to escape. Wrath has a clear representation in Skipper, whose temper and frustration often bubble over when things go wrong. Finally, pride is embodied by the character of the professor, who takes great pride in his knowledge and skills, sometimes leading to disagreements with others. The creator of the show confirmed this intriguing aspect, stating that the alignment of these characters with the 7 deadly sins was not just a coincidence. This connection adds an unexpected layer to the lighthearted sitcom, demonstrating that even in a comedic context, deeper themes can be woven into the narrative. Fans often enjoy discussing these links, as it provides a fun perspective on the characters and their motivations while surviving on an uncharted island.
You release us. Oh, after all, the war is over.
And I won't speak to you again if you don't.
How you say no in English?
The professor, known for his intelligence and clever inventions, often showed pride in his abilities. He believed he was smarter than everyone else on the island, which sometimes led to his downfall. Mr. Howell, the wealthy tycoon, was portrayed as covetous, always desiring more, and never satisfied with what he had. His focus on material wealth often overshadowed the friendships and simple joys of island life. Ginger, the glamorous movie star, revealed her lusty nature through her flirtations with the men, constantly seeking attention and affection, which showcased her desire for admiration and validation. Mistress Howell struggled with anger, particularly when things did not go her way, often clashing with the others and expressing her frustrations openly. The skipper, with his love for food and drink, engaged in gluttony, representing a hearty appetite that often led to humorous situations, as he enjoyed every meal to the fullest without restraint. Mary Ann, the sweet and wholesome girl from Kansas, represented envy, often comparing herself to Ginger, wishing she had the starlet's beauty and glamour, which sometimes caused tension between them. Lastly, Gilligan, the well-meaning but clumsy first mate, embodied sloth, displaying a carefree attitude that often resulted in chaos as he avoided responsibilities, leading to constant mishaps on the island. Each character in Gilligan's Island not only contributed to the comedic escapades, but also offered a lens into the 7 deadly sins, making the show both entertaining and thought-provoking. The interactions among these characters, driven by their individual flaws, created scenarios that were relatable, reminding audiences of the imperfections in human nature, all while set against the backdrop of their desire to escape from the challenges of being stranded.
Will you stop that?
You got me all mixed up.
Well, I'll straighten you out, mate. I want you to find something that's just as good as carrots, something that might...
In the 1960s, Gilligan's Island became a beloved TV show, but it did not escape its share of controversies, particularly regarding costumes. The characters of Mary Ann and Ginger, played by Dawn Wells, and Tina Louise, often showcased a variety of outfits, ranging from casual short shorts and crop tops to glamorous luxury gowns. This wide range of wardrobes sparked discussions about modesty and appropriateness for television audiences of that time. CBS censors were particularly concerned about Mary Ann's navel occasionally being visible, and Tina Louise's cleavage. These concerns reflected the social standards and values of the era when the show aired. The wardrobe choices, while often seen as fun and fashionable, also brought scrutiny from network executives who aimed to maintain a certain image for television. The creative designers behind the costumes often found themselves navigating the delicate balance between appealing to the audience and adhering to the network's guidelines. As the pressures from censors intensified, the costumes were adjusted, influencing how the characters were portrayed on screen. This costume controversy added an unexpected layer to the show's production, showcasing the tension between creative expression and the expectations of television during the 1960s. The result was a series that not only entertained, but also mirrored societal attitudes and debates over clothing, body image, and representation in media. Amidst the humorous adventures on the island, These wardrobe discussions highlighted the contrasting views on what was deemed acceptable for female characters in a popular television show.
Been anything else?
A little while ago, you told me that.
Skipper, why don't you give Gilligan a chair?
Of course, Gilligan, sit down.
The production faced the ongoing challenge of balancing viewer interests and the expectations of censors. On Gilligan's Island, every wardrobe choice was crucial. The cast often wore bright colors and fun styles, which made them appealing and memorable. However, the show also had to navigate the sensitive issues of modesty and appropriateness. The female characters, especially, were depicted in ways designed to attract viewers, while still adhering to what was acceptable at the time. The producers continuously adjusted clothing styles. They wanted to showcase the charm of the characters without crossing into territory that might upset censors. This resulted in a careful dance of how much skin to reveal. Skirts were kept at flattering lengths, and swimsuits were chosen to be eye-catching yet not too revealing. Male characters like Gilligan and the skipper wore casual shorts and shirts that highlighted their personalities while remaining within the limits of acceptable television fashion. Balancing these elements was no small feat, as producers knew that viewers were drawn in part by the visual appeal of the cast, making wardrobe decisions a key aspect of keeping audiences engaged from week to week.
Oh, that went.
I thought I'd be especially nice to everybody. I baked you 2 pies. Yes, I'll bring...
Gilligan's Island, the iconic 1964 television series, has sparked a wide range of opinions among its viewers. While some fans hold it in high regard as an enduring classic, others express a more critical stance, finding little to admire. This diversity of perspectives provides an engaging look into the show's impact and legacy. On one side of the discussion, proponents of Gilligan's Island appreciate its unique mix of humor and adventure. They highlight the show's quirky characters and the imaginative premises that unfold in its episodes. Even those who might feel compelled to keep their admiration quiet acknowledge the show's charm, noting that you either love it and admit you do, or you love it and don't admit that you do. Supporters would argue that the series offers a variety of engaging storylines, with characters receiving individual spotlights throughout its run. However, even in praise, some have pointed out a notable oversight: the character of the professor, who often seems to lack a narrative arc substantial enough to reflect his intelligence and potential. Conversely, others challenge the notion that Gilligan's Island deserves elevated praise, describing it as unfunny and lacking in depth. For these viewers, the comedy falls flat, and they struggle to see why the show was once so beloved. One review explicitly mentions a feeling of confusion, stating that the popularity of the series back in its heyday is difficult to understand. Critics often point out that not all episodes revolve around the constant quest for rescue, suggesting that many storylines diverge into various comedic situations that can feel repetitive or far-fetched. Despite its critics, it is essential to recognize that many episodes engage with themes of friendship, resilience, and survival in amusing and lighthearted ways. The discussions about escape concerns might dominate the narrative, but as noted, around a third of the episodes pursue different avenues, focusing instead on the characters' interactions and unintended mishaps. This mix keeps the series from being a one-note comedy, injecting variety into its storytelling. Ultimately, Gilligan's Island stands as a testament to the divergent tastes in television. Whether it is triumphantly lauded or sharply criticized, the show has certainly carved out a place in the cultural landscape. Its blend of characters, humorous misadventures, and a nuanced approach to storytelling resonates differently across the spectrum of viewers, ensuring its relevance continues in discussions about classic television.
I'll be able to figure out which wire you have to disconnect.
As we draw the curtain on our adventure with the castaways of Gilligan's Island, a new story begins just beyond the horizon. What happened to the beloved characters we laughed and cried with for 3 unforgettable seasons? Behind the laughter and chaos, each actor's journey after the show revealed twists and turns that many fans never expected. From remarkable second careers to unexpected challenges, the lives of these talented individuals continue to unfold in fascinating ways. Did Bob Denver, who brought Gilligan to life, find solace on the screen again, or did he venture into new and surprising realms? What about the iconic Mary Ann and the elegant Ginger? Their paths diverged in ways that will captivate you. Join us as we uncover the post-island destinies of the cast, sharing stories that will stir your nostalgia and perhaps even spark new admiration for these remarkable performers. Stay tuned as we explore the shadowy paths their lives took after they left that fateful island behind.
I was This one's painted like this.
Say, pretty good set of deltoids.
Russell Johnson became widely recognized for his portrayal of Professor Roy Hinckley on Gilligan's Island, a character defined by intelligence and resourcefulness amidst the chaos of the desert island. Johnson's academic persona provided a contrast to the other cast members, yet his role was often infused with a sense of frustration at the illogical nature of their predicaments. While the show itself became a staple of American television, the narrative surrounding Johnson's life post-Gilligan's Island was troubled and complex. After the series ended in 1967, Johnson faced challenges in redirecting his career. He struggled to secure significant roles, and for years he appeared in various films and guest spots on television. His personal life experienced turmoil as well. Johnson suffered the pain of losing his first wife, which deeply affected him. Despite his struggles, he was dedicated to his craft, occasionally appearing in revival projects tied to the show, including a 1978 TV movie reuniting the cast. In later years, Johnson became somewhat of a recluse, opting to spend time away from the public eye. His health declined as he aged, and he dealt with the losses of close friends from the cast. Johnson passed away in 2014 at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy that was as layered as the character he portrayed. The final known details reflect a man who faced both the lightheartedness of fame and the shadows of personal grief.
Oh, I'm sorry, Skipper. Skipper?
Denny Miller played Duke Williams in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, bringing charm and humor to the character who appeared in the show's first season. As Duke, Miller stood out amidst the cast with his tall and athletic frame, often portraying a lighthearted distraction from the misadventures of the castaways. Despite his memorable role, Miller's career struggled to match this initial success. Post-Gilligan's Island, he found himself typecast and often relegated to minor roles in various television shows and movies. His life was marked by challenges, including battles with depression and the difficulties of navigating fame's fickle nature in Hollywood. This led to a period of estrangement from his family, a painful chapter he eventually worked to mend. Miller had a complicated relationship with his fame, at times resenting the attention. He also faced financial hardships, leading him to take various odd jobs outside of acting. In his later years, he embraced a quieter life, becoming a skilled golf instructor. Denny Miller passed away in September 2014 from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a condition that left an indelible mark on friends and family who remembered him for his resilience and spirit.
Cuts are so drafty.
Oh, Mr. Howell, you better watch that cough. It sure sounded...
Alan Hale Jr. portrayed Jonas the Skipper Grumby in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island, embodying the character with charm and authority. The skipper, characterized by his leadership and protective nature, often clashed with Gilligan's antics, creating a compelling dynamic. While the character was rooted in humor, Hale brought depth, showing moments of frustration and vulnerability that resonated with audiences. After the show ended in 1967, Hale struggled with being typecast, as many film and television opportunities dwindled due to his iconic role. In the years following Gilligan's Island, Hale faced several personal hardships. He battled with health issues, including a significant weight gain that led to diabetes. Despite these challenges, he continued to work in television, appearing in small roles and guest spots, yet he never regained the prominence he once had. His personal life was also marked by tragedy when he lost his father, Alan Hale Sr., a prominent actor, which deeply affected him. Hale remained close to his co-stars throughout his life, but he also dealt with the shadows of success, including financial difficulties later on. The last known details before his death in 1990 indicate that he had become a recluse, reminiscing about his glory days while facing declining health. His contributions to entertainment are remembered, but his life reflects the darker complexities behind the smiles of beloved characters.
Yeah, that's...
Gilligan! Little buddy! You look awful. What's the matter?
I got a dry mouth.
Phil Silvers portrayed Harold Hecuba in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island, a celebrated but bizarre character who was a Broadway director. Hecuba's over-the-top personality brought humor and a unique flair to the show, allowing Silvers to shine through comedic timing. Known for his distinct voice, Silvers infused the role with both charm and absurdity, establishing Harold as a memorable guest character. Despite his successful career, Silvers faced considerable personal challenges. His marriage to actress Evelyn Ankers ended, and his relationship with his children soured over time, leading to estrangement. During his life, Silvers struggled with financial issues and saw his once thriving career dwindle. The pressures of fame took a toll, leading to bouts of depression that haunted him in later years. Silvers passed away in 1985, leaving behind a complex legacy filled with laughter, but also marred by personal struggles. His contributions to television and his darker life journey remain a poignant reminder of the fragility of success. Last known information confirms that Phil Silvers is remembered as a comedic genius despite his tumultuous life.
Yeah. No, she's people.
Ain't Ginger, believe me. According to the Howell plan. You want to go to sleep? Here, just take...
Bob Denver became a household name in 1964 when he portrayed Gilligan in the television series Gilligan's Island. His depiction of the bumbling first mate captured the hearts of viewers, but also cast a long shadow over his career. While many loved his character, typecasting followed him, making it difficult for Denver to land diverse roles afterward. Outside of acting, Denver faced significant personal challenges. He struggled with the pressures of fame, leading to a troubled marriage with his first wife, which ended in divorce. As Denver's career progressed, he endured financial difficulties and battled addiction, which marred his professional reputation. His effort to transition from comedy to more serious roles often met with dissatisfaction. Denver later remarried and found solace in family life. Yet tragedy struck when his son died in a car accident in 1980. Despite these hardships, he remained a beloved icon, occasionally appearing in television specials and retrospectives about his earlier work. Bob Denver passed away in 2005 due to complications from cancer. His legacy as Gilligan remains intact, a bittersweet reminder of both the laughter and struggles he faced throughout his life.
You've got the sentry duty. I'm going to turn in for a while.
Okay, Skipper.
So am I. Good night.
Sterling Holloway appeared as Bert in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island. His character added a quirky touch to the show's dynamic, embodying the light-hearted, yet often chaotic theme of island life. Holloway, known for his distinctive voice and charm, brought a unique flair to Bert, leaving a memorable impression despite the character's limited screen time. Beyond Gilligan's Island, Holloway's career spanned over 5 decades. He lent his voice to numerous beloved Disney characters, including Winnie the Pooh, showcasing his exceptional vocal talent. However, his life was not without challenges. Holloway faced personal hardships, including battling depression during the later years of his career. Known for being intensely private, he rarely discussed these struggles publicly. Scandals were not part of his public persona, but his reclusive nature led to speculation about his private life. Holloway continued to work steadily until his retirement, with the late 1980s marking his exit from the spotlight. He passed away in 1992, leaving behind a legacy as a versatile performer who navigated both joy and sorrow. Last known information indicates that he remains a significant figure in animation and voice acting history, remembered fondly by fans.
Again?
No, you don't have to, because I'll give you the answer. When he finishes the painting, we'll rave about it, we'll fight over it, we'll bid
Tina Louise played Ginger Grant on Gilligan's Island, bringing to life the glamorous movie star whose charm masked deeper layers. Known for her sultry voice and striking red hair, her character often found herself caught in the island's bizarre antics, but also portrayed moments of vulnerability amidst the chaos. After the show ended in 1967, Tina's career took various turns. Despite her iconic role, she struggled to escape Ginger's shadow, leading to limited opportunities in film and television. Her personal life was equally tumultuous. She experienced heartbreak in relationships, including a marriage to actor Les Crane, which ended in divorce. Scandals, including rumors about her personal life and challenges with typecasting, haunted her. In the late 1970s, a perceived rivalry with fellow cast member Dawn Wells fueled media speculation, which haunted her further. In later years, Tina focused on stage performances and occasionally appeared in cameos. Reports suggest that Tina Louise has quietly embraced a reclusive lifestyle, limiting public appearances. Last known information indicates she resides in New York City, living a life away from the spotlight while reflecting on her past.
It's Betty by time.
Mr. Howell, you're more dressed up to go to bed than I am to be awake.
You're so right. Nighty-night, everyone.
Kurt Russell played the character known as Jungle Boy in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island. This role showcased his early talent and charisma, as he embodied a carefree spirit navigating the strange island, contrasting with the other characters' more complex dilemmas. While his time on the show was brief, it marked a pivotal moment in his career, opening doors to various acting opportunities. After Gilligan's Island, Russell's career flourished. he became a familiar face in family films and later transitioned to more dramatic roles. However, his life was not without struggles. In the late 1970s, he faced a severe personal crisis when his father, actor Bing Russell, died. This loss prompted him to reevaluate his career and relationships. In the following decades, he faced the dark side of fame, engaging in turbulent relationships, and battling the pressures related to the entertainment industry's expectations. Despite these challenges, he maintained his composure and continued to work in film, becoming a respected actor with a diverse portfolio. As of now, his most recent appearances include work in the 2018 movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and the 2022 film The Christmas Chronicles 2. He remains active in the entertainment industry, but maintains a quieter personal life, reflecting on his journey with both successes and challenges.
I guess that spell doesn't last, huh?
Looks like it doesn't. Lucky for us, the witch doctor turned out to be a quack.
Oh, Gilligan.
Dawn Wells portrayed Mary Ann Summers in the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island. Her character was the embodiment of innocence and warmth, often seen as a counterbalance to the more glamorous Ginger Grant. Wells' performance brought depth to Mary Ann, allowing viewers to connect with her as the quintessential girl next door. However, the show also typecast her, limiting her roles in the years that followed, causing frustration as she sought to break free from the shadow of her iconic character. After Gilligan's Island ended in 1967, Wells appeared in numerous television shows and films but struggled to find substantial roles. Beyond her career, her life was marked by personal challenges, including financial difficulties, especially in the 1990s when she faced bankruptcy. In 2020, Wells faced serious health issues related to COVID-19. Despite hardships, she maintained a positive outlook and engaged with fans through social media and conventions. As of now, information indicates that she passed away on December 30, 2020, from causes related to complications of COVID-19, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, positivity, and charm.
Take it to the top. Oh.
A ship, look! In the harbor. I see a ship.
In the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, Hans Conried portrayed Wrongway Feldman, a character marked by his comically misguided sense of direction. Feldman's role, a hapless pilot who perpetually flies in the wrong direction, was brief but memorable, leaving an impression of lost hope and humor intertwined with failure. Conried's performance was charged with a sense of tragedy, showcasing a man whose dreams were overshadowed by his inability to find his way, both literally and figuratively. After his time on Gilligan's Island, Conried continued to work in television and film, voicing numerous characters in animated shows, notably in Disney films such as Peter Pan, where he voiced Captain Hook. However, Conried faced personal hardships, battling depression throughout his life. He was known for his intense work ethic, often taking on multiple roles, yet struggled with the pressures of stardom. Conried had a complicated personal life, grappling with the stress of failed marriages and maintaining relationships with his children. He worked hard to avoid scandal, but the toll of his emotional struggles became evident in his later years. His life was a blend of creative success overshadowed by an inner turmoil that many did not see. Conried passed away in 1982, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and artistic contributions. The last known information indicates that his contributions to voice acting are still celebrated today, echoing in the hearts of those who remember his work.
Newport Beach, one doesn't sleep out in the backyard like that.
He's probably been sleeping like that since he was this big.
Larry Storch played the character Jackson Farrell in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island. His portrayal added a comedic flair to the character, reflecting ambitions and antics that mirrored the show's tone. While his time on the show was brief, Storch's energetic performance left an impression on fans. After Gilligan's Island, his career continued in television, but was marked by struggles. Amid various guest roles and stage performances, he faced the challenge of being typecast due to his comedic background. Storch navigated personal hardships, including financial difficulties and family struggles. His marriage endured trials, including the tragic loss of his first wife in a car accident, which deeply affected him. Over the years, he faced moments of instability, battling substance abuse, but rallied through, seeking therapy and rehabilitation. Despite these dark moments, he maintained a career in acting and voice work, earning praise for his resilience. In recent years, Storch remained out of the public eye, focusing on his health and personal life. While he reached the age of 100, little information has emerged about his current status. His legacy continues to be felt through his contributions to television history. In the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island, Don Rickles played Norbert Wiley, a character that stood out with his sharp wit and comedic timing. Wiley was an oddball character who added a layer of humor and complexity to the show's dynamic. Rickles' portrayal was marked by his signature insult comedy, making the character memorable in a sea of quirky island inhabitants. Though his role was brief, it showcased Rickles' ability to captivate audiences with his unique brand of humor. Rickles' career flourished post-Gilligan's Island, as he became a renowned stand-up comedian and actor, known for his jabs at celebrities and audiences alike. However, personal challenges loomed over his life. He grappled with the pressures of fame, experiencing moments of depression and anxiety while navigating the often cutthroat entertainment industry. In the early 1970s, he faced a scandal relating to comments perceived as insensitive toward various ethnicities, stirring controversy that briefly marred his public image. Despite hardships, Rickles continued to work steadily throughout his life, earning respect for his resilience and charm. In his later years, he found joy in voice acting, notably in animated films like Toy Story, where he lent his voice to Mr. Potato Head. He maintained close relationships with fellow entertainers, receiving honors and tributes that spoke to his influence on comedy. Rickles passed away in April 2017, leaving behind a legacy defined by his biting humor and occasional moments of vulnerability. As of now, his influence persists, celebrated by comedians and fans who remember him as a master of his craft.
Hi, Skipper. Going in for a dip?
Strother Martin portrayed George Barclay in the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island. His character, introduced as a wealthy but misguided potential savior for the castaways, highlighted Martin's ability to balance humor with a dark undertone. This role showcased his talent for playing eccentric and morally ambiguous characters, a theme recurring throughout his career. After Gilligan's Island, Martin continued to work steadily in film and television, often playing memorable supporting roles in westerns and dramas. He became known for his performances in classics like Cool Hand Luke, where his portrayal of the captain lent a sinister air to the story. Despite his success, Martin faced personal hardships. He battled alcoholism, an issue that strained relationships with colleagues and friends. His private life bore shadows of scandals, including a tumultuous marriage that culminated in a bitter divorce. In his later years, Martin faded from the public eye, focusing on his health and personal struggles. He passed away in 1980, but his legacy remains in the characters he brought to life and the darker narratives that surrounded him. Last known information indicates that his influence still lingers in film and television, remembered for his unique ability to evoke both laughter and discomfort. John McGiver portrayed the character of Lord Beasley Waterford in the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island. His role as the wealthy and somewhat arrogant English lord provided a stark contrast to the castaways, highlighting themes of class and social status. McGiver's performance added depth to the show, displaying a knack for comedy and timing that showcased his extensive theatrical background. Despite the light-hearted nature of the series, McGiver's portrayal hinted at a complexity beneath his character's wealthy facade. Beyond Gilligan's Island, John McGiver faced significant challenges. His life was marked by personal hardships, particularly his struggle with alcoholism, which impacted his career. McGiver also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood's expectations, leading to periods of isolation and contemplation about his identity and purpose. Notably, he showcased his talent in film and on stage, appearing in works such as The Graduate and the Broadway production of The Sound of Music. In the years following the series, McGiver continued to work in television and films but also faced a decline in opportunities. He passed away in 1975, leaving behind a legacy of both comedic and dramatic roles. His last known contributions remain etched in the memories of classic television fans, but details of his later life remain sparse as the shadow of his struggle with addiction lingered. McGiver's complex journey reflects the often hidden trials artists face in the relentless pursuit of their craft amid personal demons.
I don't wish to impose.
Oh, well, it's no imposition at all, is it, Gilligan?
No, it's no imposition at all.
No, Gilligan.
Zsa Zsa Gabor's role as Erica Tiffany Smith in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island showcased her signature glamour and wit. In this guest appearance, her character, a wealthy yet romanticized socialite, brought a touch of intrigue to the show. Gabor effortlessly embodied the role, blending humor with a charm that defined her public persona. Despite this brief stint, it was a notable highlight in her career, reflecting her talent in creating memorable characters. Gabor's life after the show was a whirlwind of personal challenges and scandals. Known for her multiple marriages, she was divorced a total of 9 times, with each relationship drawing media attention. Her tumultuous affair with actor George Sanders hinted at a darker side, marked by jealousy and chaos. In 2002, Gabor was involved in a serious car accident, leading to health struggles that limited her public appearances. Her life was further marred by legal issues, including a high-profile incident where she slapped a police officer during a traffic stop, resulting in a short prison sentence. In her later years, Gabor lived mostly out of the public eye, battling health complications and undergoing several surgeries. The last known information suggests she remained mostly inactive due to her declining health. Yet her legacy as a Hollywood icon endures, etched in the memories of those who admired her charisma and resilience.
How come you talk like that?
Like what?
Well, like...
Nehemiah Persoff portrayed Pancho Hernando Gonzalez Enriquez Rodriguez in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island. His character was a mysterious and colorful figure, a charming conman who brought intrigue to the otherwise comedic plot. Persoff's performance added depth, showcasing his range as an actor capable of embodying both humor and charisma. Despite being known for this role, Persoff's career spanned decades. He appeared in films like Some Like It Hot and had significant roles in other television shows, typifying a talented character actor. However, his life was not without hardship. Persoff faced personal struggles, including the difficulties of being a Jewish artist in a post-war America. His family endured significant challenges during the Holocaust, shaping his worldview. In later years, he encountered health issues that forced him into retirement. He later expressed regret for the diminishing opportunities for older actors in Hollywood. Currently, knowledge about Persoff's well-being is sparse, as he maintains a low profile after retirement, focusing on his artwork.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. It works!
In the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, Michael Forrest portrayed Ugundi, a character that added a touch of mystique to the narrative. His portrayal was brief but memorable, showcasing his ability to meld humor with a deeper essence. After the show ended, Michael pursued a diverse career in acting. He appeared in various television series, voice acting roles, and even ventured into film. He gained recognition for his versatility, but the shadows of his past began to encroach. Personal hardships marked his life post-Gilligan's Island. His struggles with mental health became public after he faced severe depression. This challenging period was compounded by financial issues that led to significant instability. There were rumors surrounding his private life, with tales of estrangement from family and friends. Despite these struggles, Michael continued to work in the industry and remained active in community theater. His latest known information points to a quiet life in recent years, with limited public appearances, reflecting a man who cherished solitude over the limelight.
Buddy, you still mad at me?
Oh, Gilligan, little buddy.
Little buddy.
Whenever is it?
Richard Kiel's role as a Russian agent in the 1964 series Gilligan's Island showcased his towering presence and ability to evoke menace. His character navigated the tension of Cold War fears, bringing a sense of danger to the otherwise lighthearted show. Kiel's physical stature made him a compelling figure, embodying the sinister qualities often associated with villains of that era. This performance added complexity to a series often seen as purely comedic, highlighting the darker themes of espionage and distrust. After Gilligan's Island, Kiel faced personal and professional challenges. He struggled with being typecast as a villain due to his height, which limited his roles. Despite this, he found success in films like The Spy Who Loved Me, solidifying his place in cinema history as the iconic Jaws. However, his life was not without hardship. Kiel faced several tragic incidents, including a serious car crash in 1992 that nearly ended his career. In his later years, Kiel battled health issues, including a debilitating accident that left him in severe pain. He shifted focus to writing and speaking engagements, sharing his experiences. His final years were marked by a desire for privacy, away from the Hollywood spotlight. Richard Kiel passed away in September 2014, leaving behind a legacy filled with both triumph and struggle.
Come with me.
Wait a minute! It's incredible! That's impossible! It's credible.
Mel Blanc voiced the parrot in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island. His work as a voice artist brought an unusual depth to a side character, embodying the whimsical spirit that mixed well with the show's chaotic adventures. Representing a comic relief, Blanc's vocal talents transformed the parrot into a memorable presence, even with limited screen time. Beyond the show, Mel Blanc's life was filled with both remarkable achievements and personal hardships. He was known as the man of 1,000 voices, having created iconic characters like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Yet his success came with struggles. In 1961, Blanc suffered a serious car accident that led to a lengthy recovery, leaving him with lingering health issues. He managed to continue his career, but his personal life faced darkness when he experienced a divorce in the late 1960s. As he aged, Blanc dealt with the realities of fading fame and the burden of his past. He passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy that still resonates. His influence remains a strong reminder of both his talent and the price that often comes with fame.
Opportunity by the horns. I guess that's because you're Taurus. And win, win, win.
I'll do it, Ginger.
Mike Mazurki played the character of Dog in the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island, a role that showcased his versatility as an actor. With a sturdy physique and a commanding presence, Mazurki brought a unique charm to the character, becoming a memorable part of the show's ensemble. However, his involvement in this iconic series came at a time when his career was already established in film and television. Born in 1907, Mazurki had earlier found success in Hollywood, often cast as tough guys or villains due to his imposing stature. His life outside of acting was troubled. He faced numerous personal challenges, including struggles with addiction and financial instability, which haunted him throughout his career. Despite his tough exterior, those who knew him recognized a sensitive soul beneath, grappling with feelings of inadequacy and isolation in a competitive industry. Mazurki's career waned after Gilligan's Island, leading to sporadic roles and a quiet life. Notable for his connection to the wrestling world, he also dealt with scandals that fed into his image as a hard man. He faced allegations of abuse linked to his tumultuous relationships. The 1980s and 1990s saw him retreat from the public eye, and few details emerge about his later years, leaving a murky narrative around his life. Mike Mazurki passed away in 1990 with little fanfare, embodying the mysteries of Hollywood's darker side. The last known information about him reveals a man who fought many battles, both on screen and off, ultimately remaining an enigmatic figure in the entertainment world.
Little fella, turn in your star.
Jim Backus portrayed Thurston Howell in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, embodying the wealthy, eccentric millionaire with a distinctive charm and wit. His portrayal of Howell reflected a satirical take on the idle rich, often finding humor in the character's obliviousness to the dire situations on the island. Backus's performance was marked by a unique vocal style, a legacy that made his character memorable despite the show's fantastical setting. After Gilligan's Island, Backus's career continued, but it faced personal challenges that cast a shadow over his achievements. He became a voice actor, famously providing the voice for Mr. Magoo, but his journey was not smooth. He struggled with health issues, including a severe bout of physical decline that began in the late 1980s. Friends and family witnessed the toll these challenges took on him. Backus faced financial difficulties as well, largely stemming from a drop in acting roles and various business investments that fell through. His personal life included periods of deep reflection on fame and its fleeting nature. He dealt with the complexities of aging in an industry that often sidelines older actors. He passed away in 1989, leaving behind stories of resilience amid adversity. In recent years, tributes have acknowledged his contributions to television and voice acting. His career and persona remain enigmatic, a blend of laughter and struggles that continues to resonate with fans today.
Well, he was just looking for you. Anything wrong?
Well, no, I just wanted to see if he got the,
Rory Calhoun played Jonathan Kincaid in the iconic 1964 series Gilligan's Island. His role was that of a charming con artist who brought a touch of intrigue and deception to the show. This guest appearance highlighted Calhoun's versatility as an actor, able to navigate comedic scenarios while maintaining an air of mystery. Born Francis Timothy Calhoun in 1922, he faced hardships early in life, including time spent in a reform school after committing theft in his teenage years. Calhoun's career began in B-movies of the 1940s, leading to higher-profile roles in the 1950s and 60s. His striking good looks and rugged persona made him a popular leading man, but he was often overshadowed by larger stars. However, his life was not without scandal. He faced turbulent relationships, including multiple marriages and affairs that garnered media attention. He also battled personal demons, struggling with addiction throughout his life. After Gilligan's Island, Calhoun continued to work, but faced declining roles by the late 1970s. The last years of his life were quieter, filled with personal reflection and less public spectacle. Rory Calhoun passed away in 1999, his legacy marked by both his contributions to film and the shadows of his tumultuous personal life.
What's wrong with you?
I've been exercising.
Why?
So I can die healthy.
Well, stay right here. I've got news that will brighten up your whole...
Natalie Schafer portrayed Mistress Lovey Howell in the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, bringing a unique charm and sophistication to the character as a wealthy socialite. While her role was often comedic, Schafer infused Lovey with subtle depth, hinting at her past and desires beyond her affluent lifestyle. Following the show, Schafer's career trajectory faced challenges. She struggled to find roles that matched her previous fame, and faced typecasting due to her iconic portrayal. In her personal life, Schafer experienced significant hardships. She remained a private individual, but her marriage to actor Louis Zorich was fraught with difficulties. While they maintained a public facade of happiness, they lived separately for years, leading to speculation and rumors about their relationship. Schafer also faced health struggles later in life, including battles with cancer. As of her last known information, she passed away in 1991 at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy of resilience and talent.
Yourself, I'll sleep out here tonight.
You can sleep out there tomorrow night, too.
What was that, Gilligan?
I won.
Vito Scotti portrayed Dr. Boris Balinkoff in the 1964 television series Gilligan's Island. His character was a mad scientist with a penchant for absurd plots, often outlandish but captivating. Scotty's performance added a layer of charm and unpredictability to a show already filled with eccentricities. The role, though brief, showcased his talent for comedy and character acting, making him a memorable guest star. Following Gilligan's Island, Scotty's career flourished, landing roles in various television shows and films. He often played quirky characters, with a knack for emphasizing the bizarre aspects of life. However, his career was not without challenges. Throughout his life, Scotty faced personal hardships, including financial struggles and a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce. Scandals also shadowed him, notably when he faced scrutiny for his involvement in a controversial stage production that exploded in accusations of mismanagement and poor treatment of cast members. In his later years, Scotty led a more private life, limiting his public appearances. His final known roles were in the 1990s, but he gradually faded from the spotlight. He passed away in 1996, leaving behind a legacy of memorable characters and a reminder of the often complex lives of television actors. As we wrap up our journey through the world of Gilligan's Island, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia wash over us. This beloved series first aired in 1964 and brought laughter and fun to countless families. The quirky cast, including Bob Denver as Gilligan and Alan Hale Jr. as the skipper, faced countless misadventures on that deserted island, capturing the hearts of viewers. The show not only entertained, but also became a reflection of a simpler time when families gathered around the TV to share an episode. For the cast, the series was a defining moment in their careers, with many struggling to find roles that matched its success afterward. Tina Louise, who played Ginger Grant, mentioned how the show set a high bar for her future projects. Did you watch Gilligan's Island as a child? What memories do you have connected to it? Please share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this iconic show shaped your childhood.